Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Rider Breakdown for the Grand National Cross Country season kicking off this weekend at Big Buck Farm in Union, South Carolina. This is the XC1 Rider Breakdown. Some of this information may not be completely accurate. We haven't seen updates from all the riders as far as what they're doing this year. This is what we know. First round this weekend at Big Buck. Starting with the defending national champion, the FMF Factory KTM team holds the number one play with 2024 champion Johnny Gerard. The multi-time US Sprint Enduro champion now enters with a Grand National Cross Country number one plate on his Factory KTM. After winning several races last year, Gerard comes in with the number one plate and the momentum. Can he back it up in 2025? That question will be answered after 13 rounds of racing. Joining him under the FMF Factory KTM rig, 2021 Grand National Cross Country champion Ben Kelly. After struggling the last few years with injury, Kelly comes in on the final year of his FMF Factory KTM contract, looking to rebound and establish himself as one of the top contenders, not only in GNCC, but underneath the Factory KTM 10 as well. The Rocky Mountain Red Bear Kawasaki racing team enters two riders in the XC1 class this year. Multi-time runner-up and title contender Stu Baylor. Stu is on the second year of his program with the Rocky Mountain Red Bear Kawasaki team, looking for that championship that has eluded him for so many years, entering the 2025 Grand National Cross Country season. Joining him is his brother Grant Baylor, a multi-time national enduro champion, enters on a Kawasaki this year again, so he's still on familiar equipment after the shutdown of the Babbitt's Monster Energy Kawasaki team. Rockstar Energy Husqvarna comes back with their 2023 champion Craig DeLong. After a rough start to the year in 2024, DeLong rebounded with wins Powerline Park, as well as the finale at the Ironman GNCC in Indiana. The Flat Rock GasGas Factory Racing Team, new team entering this year with 2022 Grand National Cross Country champion Jordan Ashburn. Ashburn, with 2 wins on the year in 2024, enters in as the seasoned veteran, the most consistent rider on the year. Can he become a title contender at round one? He's never won the first round of the year, but Ashburn is always consistent and always a threat in the conversation for a win at each round, particularly once we get to the more technical rounds like Snowshoe. Pro Yamaha enters the 2025 with a lot of hype, with 8-time GNCC champion Caleb Russell returning after a 5-year retirement. Completely different look for him as he is on blue on the Yamaha after spending his entire career on the Factory FMF KTM team. Joining him in the first full year of his XC1 career will be Liam Draper, the 2023 XC2 champion. Enters with a lot of momentum, racing XC1 the last 4 rounds of 2024 and garnering 4 podiums in the process. Draper is going to be one to watch now with a full year of training, a full off season of training under his belt on the YZ450. Evan Smith joins the Pro Yamaha team this year, primarily focused on the National Enduro Series. He will be competing in the GNCC Series. We don't know for sure if it's going to be the full season, but Evan Smith, after a solid year last year on his Husqvarna, gets some support with Pro Yamaha team. We will see what he is capable of entering 2025. Phoenix Racing Honda is still on a one-man effort for the XC1 class as Mike Wachowski starts his 3rd year in the XC1 class with the Phoenix Racing Honda team. A new number this year as he drops the 2s on his machine to go with a solid number 8. The first time in his career that he has run a single-digit number. Wachowski showed consistency all year long, a threat for the podium at multiple races, just falling short at a lot of them. Can Wachowski step up and get a podium or even a win this year in 2025? The Liqui Moly Factory Beta team has a different look for this year as they bring on Josh Strang, the 2010 Grand National Cross Country champion. In what might be his final year of racing, he enters 2025 on the Factory Beta as well as the team manager for GNCC this season. Strang had a win at the end of 2023 when he was still with the Babbitt's Online Monster Energy team. Can Josh Strang get a win in 2025 aboard that Beta 480RR? Some other riders of note in the privateer ranks. Trevor Bollinger is no longer with the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna team. He is on a privateer Kawasaki this year with help from Renan Gear. Ryder Lafferty is on a privateer Honda this year after departing with the now defunct Coastal Racing GasGas team, as that program has now moved over to Flat Rock. Lafferty will be on a privateer Honda this year. Thad Duvall moves back up to the XC1 class aboard a KTM with help from Racecraft Engines and Big Hometown Power Sports. Duvall, which could be in his final year of racing, we don't know that for sure. Lyndon Snodgrass is on a privateer Husqvarna from what we've seen this year after being without a ride after the shutdown of the Babbitt's Monster Energy Kawasaki team. Lyndon has a few podiums in the XC1 class. He doesn't have a win yet. But what can Lyndon Snodgrass do now that he's not on a factory bike and he's on a completely different machine than what he's been on since he came over to the United States? And finally, Ricky Russell is no longer with the Ampro Yamaha team. He is now on an Enduro Engineering bag Triumph, primarily focusing on the National Enduro Series, but he will be bouncing in and out of the GNCCs from time to time on a guest appearance ride. That's as far as we know right now. There will be riders popping in and out. I don't think we're going to see Camp Coker winner from 2024 Dante Oliveira making an appearance, as he is focused on the NGPC and the West Coast Heritage Scramble Series. But that is the rider list that we know for the 2025 Grand National Cross Country XC1 class as we head into round 1 this weekend at Big Buck Farm.